Hello, good evening, hi again. My name is Frankie Kington, and this is my live YouTube for the live speakers, which I've been doing now for over nearly 2 months. And I've really enjoyed the live speakers. I've really enjoyed the fact that my business coach, Minia Kompanowski, really introduced me to this live speakers challenge. As a public speaker, I've really enjoyed speaking on the live speakers challenge and speak to so many people who have really got to know. Like Andrea Chimpino too, Anshu Tuaure, and some more other people like Dorella, and the gentleman as well called Matthias. I even got to know a guy called, I think it's George Lista, I think he's from Turkey. So I've really getting to know some people on this Live Speakers Challenge. And what I like about the people who do the Live Speakers Challenge, I can really feel their heart, I can feel their passion, I can feel their courage to come and speak to people on Live Speakers Challenge. I've got to see so many different characters and so many different people. And they've really inspired me. They inspired me to speak up. Because that's what we need to do on Live Speakers Challenge. We need to speak up and voice our opinions in a nice diplomatic way and creative and constructive way. But I think it's important that we speak up so we can encourage other people to speak up. So I'm really passionate about being on this Live Speakers Challenge and doing this YouTube with you. What I'd really like to talk about is me and my journey as an entrepreneur and thought leader, and why it was important to me to be an entrepreneur and thought leader. What was my why? As a young kid, born into this world in 1969, I had a lot of challenges in my life as a black British male growing up in the UK. I was born in a lovely city called Manchester, God City, and I'm a big Manchester City supporter because football in our city, we're very passionate about it. And I love Manchester City, my football club. I started going to Manchester City, watching Manchester City at the age of 10. So it's around about the year 1980, 1981, I started to watch Manchester City Football Club, and I loved it. I've always been living in Manchester, so I'm very streetwise. And Manchester's known as a fighting city, and honestly feel I have them fighting qualities in me. So I'm very proud of that. And there's a lot to be proud of in Manchester. You know, there's so much history here. You know, I was born in a place called Gortin, and that has so much history in Gortin. We used to have a Bellevue, a big theme park there, which I used to go on. The big roller coasters and the donkeys where I'd be crying. But I was a little bit of a softy me when I was young, a little bit of a, you know, I wouldn't say spoiled, but I was a little bit soft, a little bit of a mardy, a little bit of a baby. So just expressing who I was at that time. So yeah, being born in Gortin, I went to live in Hardwick for 11 to 12 years. Then I went to live in Gortin for 11 to 12 years. That's a famous place in Manchester. And growing up was quite challenging for me, obviously with a black male. You know, growing up in Manchester, it was a very challenging place. I suffered a lot of racism, a lot of problems and a lot of difficulties in my life. But I had a lot of joy and a lot of fun. And, you know, I got to know a lot of people who became very friendly with, and people who respect me for who I am. So I've always had that kind of respect from people. Well, a certain amount of people. But for me, I spent a lot of my years hiding behind life, not really facing up to my life. I was a drug addict by the age of 17 and 18. And I was a junkie. I was a bit of a mess. But that experience managed me to transform and change my life. So it started from there, not liking myself and totally disrespecting myself, not believing in who I am as Frankie Kington. And sometimes we escape around drink and drugs. That was the way my life was going. All guys and all men, we all like girls. It's all part of growing up. And girls just part for me growing up. Was that a distraction? Probably was at the time, but you know, I want to live my life. I'm a young boy. I didn't care. Drink, drugs, messing around with girls and just being a normal boy all I liked at that time. My career wasn't important because I was enjoying life too much. So then it became a certain point in my life where I thought, you know what, I cannot carry on like this. Thus, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be alive. I could be either end up passing away or dead or moving on to the next life. And I realised very, very quickly, that my childhood years, even though it was fun, my education really, really suffered. And I really suffered a lot because of that. Messing about with girls, trying to be the jack the lad, not really caring. I found it very hard to concentrate at such a young age. I was always messing about and getting into trouble at school. And then at a certain age, I realised, my education is really important. Then I started to get into bad habits like smoking dope. And we all used to do that when we were young. It's all part of life. But there was a real culture in Manchester of smoking dope and doing drugs was a real cool thing. And at the time, it probably was cool. But as I was getting older, I realised that doing drugs wasn't helping me at all. I became paranoid. I became very insecure. Sometimes I was very reclusive. Sometimes I could be aggressive. So my mood swings were quite clear to see. As I was getting older, I realised it wasn't fun anymore and I needed to change my bad habits and change who I was as a person. So I went back to school, college, around about the age of 26, 27. I learned information technology, which I was really fascinated with. I went to a college called Mancat and passed a couple of courses there and moved on to other computer courses like CompuTeach and big computer firms. So I managed to develop my education, I started getting stronger and started to believe in myself. Drinking drugs made me escape from life. And I found myself around characters which I wasn't really supposed to be around. Characters what wasn't really helping me, just keeping me where I was. So my courage and strength was I had to move out of the environment and be around people who really cared and respected who I was. I didn't love myself, so drinking drugs played a big part in my life. I was escaping from life rather than facing it. The demons and the difficulties and the fact that I was a man but couldn't face up to it really caused me a lot of suffering. I moved away from friends, and that caused me suffering as well. Even though respecting my friends, I feel they didn't really respect me because I didn't really love myself for doing the drugs. So I realised getting away from drugs and drink and moving away from my friends would be a big start for me to transform and change my life. This wasn't easy. This was always a struggle. I always had bad habits and I had quite an addictive personality. And I realised I really had to work on my personality. I had to work on Frankie. First of all, I had to really love myself. Drink, drugs, out of the window. Dope, out the window. I had to get rid of some really bad habits, and that wasn't easy. Then I went to my education. Then I went to my self-esteem. Then I became a father, which transformed my life forever. In 2000, I have a beautiful daughter called Candice Rose Kington, who's really helped me transform my life and be the man that I am today. So the journey started, and it started from such a young age. But up until now, I am a thought leader and entrepreneur. And these journeys and struggles have really made me the person who I am. I'm writing my own book called The Wise Entrepreneur. And it tells me about all the growing pains, which is the title of my book, and how I've really transformed that into the person I am today. So we're always growing, and sometimes it can be painful. This is my journey, and this book is very, very kind of candid. It's very open. It's very clear. It's very truthful. I've had to be really open and really reveal a lot of dark stuff in my life, which has caused me a lot of suffering. But now I've transformed the suffering into really something positive as an entrepreneur and as a thought leader. Somebody wants to make a difference in people's lives. My main topics are mentoring and coaching because I know the passion behind mentoring and coaching. I'm a public speaker, like what I'm doing now. So I know that Light Speakers is training me to be an exceptional public speaker. I've done public speaking courses with Andy Harrington, who's a jet set speaker and a very popular speaker. I've been in one of his courses at his university's academy, and it was an incredible course. I learned so much and met so many different people. He even met some business people at Andy Harrington's live courses, what he did in London, Earls Court. And now I'm still maintaining these business friendships with these people. I do arts as well, so I'm involved in a lot of artwork. I believe in art. It's a really, really important word for us all. I'm a Buddhist, so I practice spiritual meditation and I practice the mystic law, which is very powerful for my life. So when we talk about mentoring, when we're talking about coaching, I am a spiritual coach and I've been coaching people for nearly 20 years. And I'm very wise now, I'm very good at it as a wise entrepreneur. So these skills have always been in my life, mentoring and coaching. I've always wanted to improve on public speaking because I know that when I was a best man from the mate of man at the age of 21, I had to do a public talk, I had to do a speech for my mate. Wasn't the best, but believe me, I learned a lot from it and I did my best. Next time we did a second speech for my brother. He was married and I was the best man for him and did a speech and it was a lot better. So you always learn from mistakes. Even though that was a great day, my brother getting married and me being the best man, I was so proud of my brother and what I did. But I realised all the skills of mentoring and coaching, I've been doing that since I've been born into this world. So I'm coming up to the age of 52. I was born in 1969. Mentoring, coaching, and me being a public speaker is something what I've probably been doing all my life. But what if I can turn that into a lucrative industry? What if I can make money and help people solve a solution and a problem in their lives? Because I had so many problems and difficulties in my life, and I know the value of a mentor, a coach, and public speaking. To open up doors for my life, to make myself a better person, to make myself a confident person, somebody who believes in himself, and somebody who can help other people transform and change something in their lives. Mentoring and coaching is an amazing industry to be in. I mentor and coach youth from the age of 15 to 25 years. And I've been doing that for a long time. And even people a little bit older or a little bit younger. But that's what I've been brought up to do because I know I've been developing these mentoring and coaching skills in my life since I've been born. Mentoring is a very lucrative and rewarding industry. It's rewarding for me, but it's rewarding for the mentor and the person who I coach because I know that both together we can form a relationship which can help me grow and help the mentee grow. And I do coaching as well, and coaching is the same process as a coach. So that's what I do because I know I have the live experiences to help people and solve a solution and solve a problem in their lives. What is more rewarding than that? Solving a problem in people's lives, knowing you have this expertise, the life experience to actually do that. So that's what I am, a professional expert authority. I know a lot on social media. I have a Facebook channels. I have Frankie Kington. I have empowering youth development. And I have an inspiring voice because that's what I feel I have. I have YouTube channels, Frankie Kington, life coach, spiritual meditation, and Frankie's healthy homegrown foods. There's my YouTube channels. I have an Instagram account. I have a TikTok account and Pinterest account. So I'm a bit of an expert on social media. I have these accounts and I'm very active on them and very live. I'm very lively on them. I've got a lot of followers now and building up a database of people who trust me as an authority. I hope they see me as somebody who can solve a problem for their lives, like the people who've dealt with in the past. I feel that I can help somebody solve a solution to their problems. But I'm always growing and I'm always learning. And in them industries, that's what you do. You grow, you learn, you grow, you learn. And you help people solve a solution or a problem in their lives. That's hopefully what I do. That is my role. I've been training and educating myself now for quite a long time as an entrepreneur. In 2008, I decided to plunge in as my role as an entrepreneur. I have a lot of experience in import and export. I used to have my company. I used to work in teaching and education. So I've worked with quite a few people as well. doing courses. Now I have my social media platform, and I'm a mentor and a coach. And I'm specifically trained with qualifications to do mentoring and coaching. I have an IML level 8 and I have an ICA Masters Coaching International Academy certification. So I have all this experience to serve people like you to help you solve a solution and a problem in your lives. I have a social media platform called Member, www.member.com/Frankie-Kington, and it's my advertising platform for social media. Here on this platform, you have online courses, what Frankie does, mentoring and coaching courses, teaching and educational courses, what to do in construction, and courses what can help you develop and grow. I'm even going to deliver public speaking courses as well. That is my platform, memby.com, and I'm associated with a company called Wealth Dragons, linked with John Lee, who's a member of memby.com. So they're all linked together and they all work together on a social media platform so entrepreneurs and thought leaders like me get more exposure online. Social media is amazing. It's an incredible industry to be in. It serves billions and billions of people all over the world, and it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Everybody's making a living and making a bit of money or a lot of money off social media. We grow and we get better at making money. And you can make a very lucrative career out of social media to help you prosper in these challenging times. Everybody does it and the world is going that way, online. I call it infopreneur. But as an innerpreneur, I'm self-developing myself. That's one of my skills as a mentor and a coach. So my skills as a mentor and my skills as a coach. Let me touch on that. I do business coaching. I do leadership coaching. I do lifestyle coaching. I do spiritual coaching and self-development. Mentoring and coaching, that is what I do. So when I'm mentoring, I have to do a little bit of coaching for the clients and customers to help them make sure they know what actions they want to take in their lives for them to be better people in society. I can help them reveal something in their lives which I can draw on to draw it out of their lives and help them become better people. That's the reward of a mentoring coach. It's a win-win situation for everybody. I'm growing, the mentee or the coach is growing as well. That's the person I found a relationship with. So I can do one-to-one coaching, mentoring, group coaching, systems coaching, which means working with organizations, big organizations, whether it's CEOs, executives, managers, directors, or team leaders. That's what I covered in coaching. Mentoring, I can actually do the same process, but it's more business to business, business education, community mentoring, lifestyle mentoring. That's what I covered as well, and self-development. Let me know if you feel that is a kind of work or kind of industry you'd like to be in for someone to help you solve a problem. And maybe that person can be me. I love meeting people. I love getting to know people and helping them solve a solution of problems for their lives. I want to transform their lives because I want them to be better people in society. And if I can help them become better people in society, and they can help me become even better at what I do, that is a win-win situation. And that's what we're here for as mentors and coaches and professional expert authorities. Now, I'm always growing and getting better and better. I'm like a lifelong learner and a lifelong student. I'm growing day by day, month after month, year after year. My database of people is growing day by day. My confidence is growing. And I want to share that with just one person. If I can transform the life of just one person in this world, my job and my success is guaranteed. And I've done that a few times. But I want to keep doing it. I want to keep growing. I want to know that I can leave something behind for people, especially my family, that they can look at my life and say, oh, Frankie's made a difference. Maybe they can pick it up and carry on and leave my legacy behind as well. So I want to leave a legacy to help as many people transform their life and get what they need for their life, for them to be happy and successful people. Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody's been mentored. Everybody's probably mentored somebody. Everybody's coached, or everybody's probably coached and mentored somebody in their lives. When I wrote my book, it was so therapeutic. It really made me reminisce about the nostalgia and certain events in my life, what transformed and changed my life for the better. It made me a more better person, a more courageous person. So have a think about it. Who are you helping? Who are you solving a problem for? What are the solutions to help people solve their problems? I honestly believe in self-development and educating myself for me to be the best person I can possibly be, serving as many people as I can. Because if I can help loads of people get what they need for their lives, maybe they can help me get what I need for my life. My mentoring program lasts for around about 6 to 12 months, and I'm there developing people to be the best person that they possibly can be. I want to nurture them. I want them to grow. I'm really concerned about their development, about their life, about their skills. It's important that they become successful because it guarantees me great feedback and great recognition and credibility for what I do as an expert or authority. I can't decide whether I'm the best mentor and a coach. I can't decide whether I'm the best public speaker, but I know my audience and my clients and customers can. And that's what they do. So ladies and gentlemen, that is me as an expert or authority. I'm always learning, I'm always growing, I'm always open to new skills, because that's the importance of being a thought leader and a mentor and an entrepreneur and a coach. Open your life, expand your life to its fullest. They say your mind is better when it's open. It should be like a parachute, because a parachute works better when it's open. So sometimes we all need a mentor and a coach. We need someone to tap us on the shoulder to let us know if we're procrastinating, or we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, or we're just having doubts. We have a gremlin on one shoulder, don't we? Frankie, you're doing great. And you have another gremlin on another shoulder that says, Frankie, you're not going to do it. And they nag, don't they? They nag you. But your heart always knows what it wants to do. Your heart is pure, but your mind is always battling with the heart. And that's why we have these doubts. So doubts are good. Doubts can make us stronger, and doubts can make us overcome challenges and fears in our lives. Our heart is always fighting. It's always fighting for us to be the best people we can. But we always have these little challenges to make us grow and make us stronger. Sometimes we need that inner voice just to keep us focused, to keep us going. Sometimes we need the gremlin to battle so that we can fight to know where we need to go in our lives. But I honestly believe if you know when to start and you know where to end with the end goal in sight, your victory is going to come to you very, very soon. But it's obviously, you have to know what it is that you want to do in society. You want to know how you want to serve or how you're going to help people. That's really important. Sometimes we can make plans for our lives, can't we? But we know what happens when we make plans. Sometimes them plans never usually work out. That doesn't mean we have to give up. We just plan again. We set goals, determinations. We write things down. We learn from the best. Learn from the best people. The best people will help us to get where we need to go. Learn from the people a little bit more experienced and better than you. A little bit more expertise than what you are. Surround yourself around the people who are really concerned about your well-being and your success. That is really important. Surround yourself around the people who care about you and know that you can make a difference to people's lives. Make a vow. Make an undemitable will that you're going to achieve something in your life. And don't give up till you've achieved it. That's a sign of a true leader or an entrepreneur. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Follow the people who are concerned about you and want you to grow and want to get you to be a successful person who can help and solve solutions and problems for people. Be that change that you wish to see. Be that person who people like to go to because they like your character, your charisma, and your honesty and integrity. Be sincere. Sincerity is a mark of a thought leader. Always tell the truth and always be honest with yourself. Be true to who you are and never give up. We all have gifts and qualities. We all have something we want to serve society and serve to life. We just got to root, dig and find that in our lives. That can be a long journey. That can be challenging and painful as well. So I really hope that I've left something behind for you to really think about, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in you, and I believe that a lot of people have got a lot to offer to the world. Let's be the people and the change that we wish to see. So me, my professional skills, as you know, I'm a professional mentor, coach. I have online courses. You know where to find me. I've told you about my platforms on YouTube and social media. On my social media sites, what I'm hoping that you find me on. And yes, please, if you like what I talked about today, subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. And yes, let's be the change and the people that we want to be. Have this vow, this undemitable will, and this mission that we are going to serve and help people get what they need for their life and their happiness. And they may help us. I honestly believe that. So let's create values. Creating values and being a person of success is the key. Values first and then success after. Be level-headed. Be grounded. Have this equilibrium for your life. My book, The Wise Entrepreneur, Growing Pains, Volume 1, Frankie Kington, will be out very, very soon. Please look out for it. And it reveals a lot about me and my life. And I hope you really like it. Your feedback is so important to me. So ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, innerpreneurs like myself, keep speaking up and keep being the best person that you can possibly be. Being authentic and true to yourself. Then you'll connect more to people's hearts that way. They'll see the true person of who you really are. Not a fake person, but a real true person who's authentic and loves people and values people and wants to help people. And he's sincere and has integrity. Thanks again for watching my YouTube live. I'm looking forward to your feedback. I appreciate you all. I believe in you all. Thank you so much for what you do. You're inspiring me. And have a joyful weekend because we're coming up to the weekend. And I'm really looking forward to your feedback and your support. So once again, thank you for tuning to my YouTube. Warmest wishes to you all. I appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye now. Thank you.